And so I would like to thank everyone at GRAD-MAP, my advisor especially, for giving me the opportunity for a wonderful summer research experience. None of this would have been possible without any of them. Thank you very much.
Okay guys, please don't mind my hair flying out like a ragdoll physics game engine. At the moment, yeah, first things first. I have not vlogged in like who knows how many goddamn weeks. Long story short, I caught COVID and things kind of went south. Let's just say things have been hectic and I wasn't able to do as much as I thought I would be able to do because of course, number one, COVID, number two, the storm that I showed you guys in my last vlog. I mean it did, but if any persistent raining is gonna cause a flood of some sort, because look at this. Kind of ruined things too, but that wasn't like the primary candidate that ruined, I guess, my research experience this summer. It was COVID. Well, so back to where we are now. I simulated one of the planets, thankfully, and I have results for that I'll show you guys in like, I don't know, the next clip. But for now, I'm just going to meet with my advisor and I suppose just get a brief rundown on my poster and eventually my presentation slides. My poster is due by the end of today and my presentation slides are due by Thursday. But today's Tuesday, so I have pretty much 2 more days before I eventually, I don't know, I have 2 more days before my deadline. But on the other hand, I have 3 more days before I eventually have to present, because the research fair, is on Friday. It's going to be from 10 to 2 p.m. And that is pretty much going to be the kicker. So that's pretty much the update. Other than that, I'll see you guys in the next clip where I show you what I have at the moment. So, voila. A couple of updates. Number one, my poster is looking good. Number two, my poster is not good enough for a conference. More on that later, but for now, to work at the presentation slides, I'm going to submit my poster by the end of today, which is going to be sometime in the next few hours, I believe, or 1 or 2 hours. Okay, nothing to show you at the moment because I'm outside, but when I do get back to my apartment / dorm, I will show you guys my graphs, my poster, and everything I've been working on for the past few weeks. But other than that, I'm just going to go out go out and grab dinner and then head back to my place. But anyway, that's pretty much it for this clip. I'll see you guys in the next one. Let me just talk a bit for now. So let me run you down through my presentation on Friday. So basically, I'm going to be presenting sometime between 10:30 to 10:40. Of course, it's going to be both Trend and GRAD-MAP presenting, and after that, we have a lunch break, so lunch and stuff afterwards, it's just poster presentations, you know, just drop an elevator pitch to whoever, and, well, that's pretty much going to be the whole fair in a nutshell. I'm kind of anxious about my talk. It's going to be 8 minutes long, along with 2 minutes of Q&A. The issue I have is, number one, my slides are always text heavy, as you've probably seen from my previous vlog. I believe I showed that in like vlog 2 or something. And another issue I have is I talk a lot, okay? I tend to repeat things, but at the same time I tend to also add more details than necessary. I tend to like not make things concise, get the point across. Because I remember from my general club presentation from like a month ago, not a month ago, almost 2 months ago, I remember I spent around like 25 minutes just going through my presentation slides, whereas my peers, they took like 8 to 15 minutes, and just talking for 25 minutes straight is like not productive. You kind of need to take questions from the crowd. So I'm kind of trying to focus on, I guess, just making it as concise as possible. So I suppose I'm trying to make my slides around, I don't know, maybe 8 to 10? I don't know. Initially my advisor said like 6 to 8, but maybe it's going to be 8 to 10, because I know I'm going to just drop down a lot of jargon there. Drop down, I meant add a lot of jargon in there, and it's going to be hard to like, kind of like, you know, compress that down. But it's very much plausible, for sure. It's very much plausible. And that is pretty much what I'm anxious of at the moment. So we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, pretty much anyone is pretty much anyone is invented to the fair. I meant to say pretty much anyone is invited to the fair. So I asked my parents and my siblings if they could come. They're not going to come, and so I've decided I'm probably going to ask my advisor or someone in my cohort, or maybe the coordinator of my REU, to perhaps record my talk. So I don't know if that's going to be plausible, because I don't know what the recording policy is like and if it's even going to be allowed at the fair. But let's see. That's what I plan to do. I definitely want to record my talk and my presentation and even my poster presentation. So let's see how that goes. But yeah, that's like the nitty-gritty update that I probably could have avoided telling you guys, but just wanted to add some more stuff in my vlog. Alright, so I came down here to check some stuff out at Big Planet Comics. But guess what? Looks like they moved from here. That is so unfortunate. So unfortunate. But oh well, what can you do now? Time to just head back to I don't know, wherever. Okay, I'm gonna go get dinner and head back to my place. I am so sad. I mean, I'm not sad, but I'm also sad. Anyway, yada yada yada. Hello guys, it's the 4th of August today, and we're a day away from the CUA/Trend/GRAD-MAP Research Fair. What does CUA stand for? Catholic University of America. So it's going to be Catholic University and UMD, and pretty much 3 REUs. The CUA REU and the UMD REUs, which is Trend and GRAD-MAP. And so I was supposed to show you guys my slides and my poster, which I didn't. So I will show you guys that in sometime today as in the next few minutes or so. So everything is pretty much ready. I have to just present to my advisor in like 2 hours, otherwise everything looks to be fine. I presented to I guess the program coordinators, and things look good so far. I hope I didn't mess anything up. I'm gonna practice a few more times throughout the evening today after I'm done presenting to my advisor, and based on that I'll make some modifications to my talk. So I can show you guys my slides at the moment. This is how it's looking so far. Well, yeah. So of course I'm going to be presenting both my previous institution and my current institution. More on this later. I'll explain later why there is Montgomery College there. I'll explain that later. But yeah, going on. So I'm going to introduce what a hot Jupiter is and what is the outstanding question in the field of exoplanet research regarding gas giant planets and hot Jupiters, and mainly the cause of the large radii. I'm going to go over this graph, and then of course I'm going to explain why reinflation is important and explain reinflation. And I'm going to use a paper from 2016 to say what really predicts the reinflation in the first place. Then I'm going to introduce the test case for this research, and that's going to be 2i4329b, and later on I'm going to go over the variables we're using for the reinflation research, and go over the simulation package we're using, the results, and eventually the conclusion, and it ends with this. I hope no one at the fair minds this. I hope they like this little kitty cat. As for my post, this is how it's looking. So, yeah, introduction, materials and methods, results, Conclusion, future work, literature cited, and further information. Oh wait, you guys got my email there. Don't worry, I'm gonna blur that out. Actually, maybe I won't blur that out, but anyway, that's my poster, that's my final version of the poster. No drafts or anything, everything is final here. And so, that's pretty much it, that's what I have. And so, I have to kind of experiment with my outfits for tomorrow, because I want to make sure I present myself in a very, I guess, professional manner. I just got done presenting to my advisor. Everything looks fine, except I kind of ran over the time limit, so I was like not 2, I was like 1 minute and 10 seconds over. But anyway, that's done. I'm gonna be heading back to my apartment, I guess. I suppose it's the last day. I'll even sit in this office. This office space, I'm gonna miss it so flipping much. I'm gonna miss this board. I'm gonna miss these drawers. I'm gonna miss my sticky notes. I'm gonna miss these books. I'm gonna miss everything about it. I'm gonna miss staying here till 5 to 6 p.m. every day in the summer. I'm gonna miss the summer so much. Yeah, the only thing I'm not gonna miss is the fact that I had COVID this summer. That's the only thing. That's the only thing. But anyway, I suppose that my day has come to an end. Now we can just, I don't know, go home and, I don't know, relax a bit. I'm probably gonna grab some dinner. And then, I suppose I'm going to, practice my presentation a bit more with my other peers. The whole day is complete, I guess. Well, you know what this means. My Astronomy REU vlogs are gonna come to an end. So, yeah. I suppose this is the last time I might be here. Oh no, I have to return these books to the library. But you know what? This is the last working day I'll even be here, I suppose. Or I'll step inside to even work in this office. Well, it's good knowing you. 1, 2, 4, 3. I'll miss you for decades to come. For decades to come. Anyway, this is the fellow signing off from this office the last time. Who knows for how long. All chapters come to an end. Well, the storm's looking pretty good, I suppose. Let's hope history doesn't repeat from a few weeks ago, where it knocked out everything in the College Park area. And there you go, another thunder. Well, nothing hurts to see more of the storm. Yeah, there you go. Hee hee. Yata yata yata. It's just going to be a regular storm, I suppose. There's not many signs of violent wind. Alright, so the fair is in about 30 minutes. Just got out of my apartment, heading there right now. It's going to be an 18-minute walk. The research fair is going to be in the A. James Clark School of Engineering building, or well, school. And it's going to be in the A.J. Clark Forum, so what's be interesting? I've never been to the Clark Forum. Well, let's see what happens. Well, yeah, I presented earlier in the morning to my roommate, and it was actually not that good, but at the same time, learned what I can avoid in the actual presentation. So let's hope everything is gonna go well.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Phil. I am a student here at the University of Maryland. This summer, I had the pleasure of working with my class on the reading machine. The main motivation behind this study is, of course, a question that is in the field of exoplanet study, and that is understanding the present-day state of many exoplanets. And questions such as what is the cause of the large radii with many hot Jupiters. So to preface, hot Jupiters are a class of exoplanets that are similar to Jupiter, but they have a closer proximity to their host star, and as a result they have a higher surface temperature, as well as a shorter orbit. Jupiters and everything on the left side of this graph are one Jupiters, and the red line indicates what is really consistent with the present day model. Gas giants, they first inflate at formation, and then they re-inflate whenever the host star enters the late stages of their main sequence evolution, and during post-main sequence evolution, when the star is turning into a red giant. And the paper by Lopez and Courtney in 2016 predicted that the planet mainly inflates when the host star deposits energy onto the planet, and that happens because of the brighter luminosity. So if you focus on this graph, you'll notice that, focus on the very right here, you'll see that the planet is, the inflation occurs here. The radiation is correlated to this, it's proportional to this, so the more radiation there is, the more inflation there is. And so for this particular study, we chose a planet called TOI 4329b, which has a mass that is about half the mass of Jupiter, and a radius that is 1.5 times the radius of Jupiter. And we use that to simulate the time evolution of this planet between the main sequence, through the main sequence, and the post-main sequence evolutionary stage for those values. We used a simulation package called MESA, which is hard-coded in Fortran, and it solves the planetary structure and stellar structure equations, and can show us user-defined heating profiles and other profiles as well, such as density and temperature. We gather between 10 to the 5 and 5 times 10 to the negative 4. And if you notice this graph, so this grey shaded area is the area where the planet is very well matched. So there is actually a consistency where it's matched between 10 to the 4 and 10 to the 5 bars, but it is it's outside the grey area, so grey shaded area, so there is an inconsistency here, so it's best matched between 10 to the 2 and 10 to the 5, 10 to the 3 bars. So mainly here, so anything equals to or less than 10 to the 3 bars. And when we look at the simulated time evolution of this planet, we can see that in both cases, with and without reinflation, is present with the current day radius, granted within 1 sigma error. So mainly focus on the error bar here, and only 2 of them are well matched with predictions. We predict that for 5 times 10 to the negative 5 and 5 times 10 to the negative 4, we see that we predict that there is outside reinflation from first principles, in other words, fundamental laws of physics. And we also find that the current day state of the planet is consistent with post-main sequence reinflation, or, well, the reinflation on the main sequence and the post-main sequence. And so I would like to thank everyone at GRAD-MAP, my advisor especially, for giving me the opportunity for a wonderful summer research experience. None of this would have been possible without any of them. Thank you very much. So the error bars are, coded in Python, so they're those are values we use from previous papers.
Great job. I'm wondering, because this is a POI object, which is discovered via transit, and there's very limited information you get from the journey of transit. And I'm wondering what kind of assumptions you have to make in order to construct this model and actually figure out the journey.
Right, that's a very, very good question. So the assumptions we made is the basic assumption we made is number 1, the incident starlight is correlated to
It's break time now. Got done with my presentation now. Just have to worry about post-presentation, but shouldn't be too bad. The main thing's done. Why did the post-presentation be so bad? Right? I'm just kidding. Well, yeah. See you later.
Certainly not least, Othello. So Othello, this is what Pat had to say about you. No, I clicked the thing. Okay. It was a true pleasure to work with Othello this summer studying the internal structure of gas giant planets orbiting evolved stars. Othello has a strong passion for astronomy and dove in to learn a broad range of background material across the fields of astrophysics and planetary science. They were dedicated to the project and both learned the nuances of the Mesa stellar and planetary evolution code and swiftly adapted to simulate the evolution of the recently discovered planet. I'm very proud of the effort that Othello has put in this summer in the face of a myriad of challenges, from the storm to the current wave of the COVID pandemic, and I'm excited to see their research career unfold. So we can all agree that Othello has done outstanding research. The hot Jupiter inflation question is definitely an ongoing mystery in the study of exoplanets, puzzling many astronomers for many years. And Othello dove into this potentially very intimidating problem with excitement and drive this summer, really stopping at nothing to find all of the clues and producing really some fantastic results. So we would like to present Othello with the Exoplanet Detective Award.
Students, please keep in touch and please tell your friends about GRAD-MAP. It's been really wonderful, and
Now that my Summer REU is done, I have to say goodbye to my office. Well, it was good knowing you, office. I'll forever miss you for months to come. Yee. No, that's my poster. I'm going to put it up in the hallway. I'm going to ask them to put it in the hallway because I can't take it home with me because, I'm too clumsy for that. So, yeah. Well, I suppose that ends this REU. I'll talk a bit more, then I'm going to conclude this vlog series. We're officially moving out of here. It was a wonderful experience living here for the summer. I'm going to miss this place. I'm going to miss living here. I'm going to miss everything about this room. And this apartment as well. But oh well. I must say goodbyes now. I'm just going to let this sticker be here. Because why not?